So I'm Darren Carey. I guess a Karbon Homes client. I've been in poor mental health for most of my adult life. I've been in and out of hospital a few times. Around about 2009, I was given a social worker with the community mental health team. I'd been working with him for a number of years. He became unwell himself and had to retire. And it was around about the same time I lost my dad. And it really impacted on us. And the fact that my social worker wasn't around at the time, I kind of spiraled until the point where I had to just say, look, I need help here. And it was at that point I was introduced to Karbon Homes.
My name is Stephen Bell and I work as a support worker in the supported housing department of Karbon Homes. It involves working with adults on a one-to-one to enable them to be independent and to support them to look at ways in which they can manage their mental health well, help people look for ways in which they can improve the quality of their life.
I've been working with Stephen for about 3.5 years now, and I see him every week. Usually sit in the cafe, have a coffee, maybe he's looking at the ducks. Before I met Stephen, I was virtually a shut-in. I would rarely leave the house. He always talks to me with dignity and respect. I've had support in a number of things, but it's always been led by myself. I'm always in control.
One of the most important things is to develop a trust and for the person to get an understanding of what support is and what our role is. It's also acknowledging what people do well in their life at the moment and trying to, to acknowledge that as strengths.
Well, I lost my dad about 4.5 years ago, and for a while I just felt like I wasn't grieving. So Stephen suggested I might like to consider bereavement counselling, and I was just able to talk through my emotions. Just getting them out was massively beneficial. I let my personal care slide. My dental health was very much a concern at the time. I just wasn't able to smile. I registered with a dentist, started attending, and was eventually fitted with dentures now, which has really helped me confidence. I'd never been out with friends to gigs for, again, about 20 years. And just early on this year, my confidence had grown to the stage where I thought, no, I'm going to tackle it. And there was a gig just over at the Whalen Brewery. So I went with a friend and we had a great night out. Prior to working with Stephen, I didn't have hope, I didn't have optimism. I just kind of resigned myself to the fact that things were just going to be down here, but now they're kind of up here.
The big differences I've seen at Darren is Darren's ability to be able to go out into the world and to be able to do things on a day-to-day basis without a lot of process, without a lot of thinking. He will move on from this service, but for it to happen naturally, where if he still needs support, he's got the right support around him. The rewards that you do in your job is to feel that your involvement with people can hopefully in some small way enable people to improve their life in some way. Hopefully by someone trusting you and believing in you, you go on a journey together.
It feels great, it really does. It feels like an achievement, and I'm very conscious of the progress I've made. It's changed my life, it really has.